What is going on, Be Risers? Be rising every day. So I thought I would just hang with you, do some Q&As about endometriosis, PCOS, and we'll just get right into it. So I hope you guys are doing well. Hope these videos are helping you out, and you guys are asking lots of great questions. So keep them coming. And we'll keep doing more videos for you. I'll keep banging these videos out. I'll just keep pumping them out. We'll just keep getting the message out there and help as many people as we can. So the first question is, where do I think endometriosis comes from? And why are so many women getting PCOS and this endometriosis? So that's a very good question. And there's lots of opinions out there. And when I went to the doctor, they made it seem like this is genetic, and there's really nothing I can do except taking in hormones or getting surgery. And I didn't like any of those options, especially adding hormones to my body. It just didn't really sit well with me, and I never felt good on birth control. So, and my heart's always been with natural remedies. Like that's, ever since I was young. I remember when I think I was like 10, and I saw a cancer commercial, and I remember saying to my dad that I felt like, there had to have been an answer. There has to be an answer out there. So even at a young age, I always felt connected to more natural remedies, and that there has to be answers out there. That this doesn't just come in from, outer space attacking us. And that's what it made me feel like when I went to the doctor, that this is genetic. There's nothing that, I can really do. These cells are just going out into the, outside the uterus and just taking over and creating havoc in my body, and they're out of control. These cells are out of control. But then, as you guys know, I've had my ultrasound done, and there's no endometriosis, and there's no more ovarian cysts. So where did they go, right? How did they get in there? And then where did they go? They just magically disappear? No, I learned about detoxification and cleaning the body, cleaning the reproductive area. And the illusion out there is that, with the whole medical establishment, is they're treating just specific areas. And with so many of us out there, we each have different genetic weaknesses that is being passed. And that may be, if your ancestors, if they smoked, you may genetically get weak lungs. Or if it all depends on what's being passed down the genetic lineage. So where does it come from, and why are so many women getting it? Well, there's a lot of answers to that, because if we look at the foods that we're eating, which most medical doctors don't advise about diet and lifestyle and diet. And they're focusing on just treating, right? Treatment-based thinking, pharmaceuticals, surgery, radiation, chemo. And, I do think that a lot of the technology is great, getting testing done, doing follow-ups, getting blood work, even though that the blood just tells us a fraction of what's going on. The medical establishment just focuses on treatment-based modalities. And they don't talk about diet, what you've been consuming through the last how many years, on top of genetics. So what I look at here is what we've been eating, Like in my opinion, a lot of our problems are from what we've been consuming, and energy that we've been consuming, maybe externally to us, if we're in a toxic, negative environment. And that's all going to impact our cells. The energy of food and the chemistry of food. A lot of people don't look at the chemistry, but if you look at a lot of the foods out there, the boxes of food, you'll see that there's so many ingredients out there, some that we can't even pronounce, right? So there's a lot of color, additives, pesticides. There's just so much chemicals in our food today. So we really have to be conscious and aware of what we're buying, what we're putting our money towards, because that's either going to give us health or dis-ease. And Hippocrates said it right, let your food be your medicine. And that's hard for a lot of people, to be conscious of what you're putting in your body. We don't have to, become this purist, but it is good to take some time out and cleanse the body, work on healing the body. So it doesn't have to be for life. That's up to you, really. If you decide you want to just keep putting in healthy foods, I mean, that's what I'm about. I mean, now and then, we can just have some fun tasting food, whatever, but it's not what you do occasionally, it's what you do consistently on a day-to-day basis. So what I look at is the chemistry you're consuming every day, the food that you're putting in your body. And we really need to start looking at whole foods and buying less of the processed foods, the junk foods. The ingredient label is this long. You guys should see some of the foods out there and what they're putting in them, just to keep it on the shelves lasting longer. So many additives and chemicals in the food. Herbicides, pesticides, fungicides. We want to look at organic as well. Try to do the best you can anyways. And really look at whole foods from Mother Nature that are grown, even if you want to look at your local farmer's market, fresh organic food, right from the trees, right from the vine. That works best in the physical body. So when the doctors told me that these cells are out of control and they couldn't even explain it really. They couldn't explain endometriosis, ovarian cysts. They don't explain what to do about it. And I don't know if they can really. Even if some of them know, I think they have to look at their treatment-based modalities. So these cells that are going out of control, that are going outside the uterus, what's going on here? Where do they come from? Do they come from outer space? Well, we have to look at cause and effect, what we've been consuming, what we've been bringing in the body, and there's so much out there, you guys. Even a lot of from the hair products, the skin products, there's a lot of xenoestrogens out there. Drinking out of plastic cups. I always like to bring, if I'm bringing tea or whatever, I like to have my own glass jar. So there's lots of plastics out there, the xenoestrogens, that's disrupting our endocrine system. We're bringing in a lot of these synthetic estrogens. So that's really creating havoc for a lot of people out there. Not only just the females, but the males too. And we really just have to look at everything that we're consuming, that we're putting on our skin, that we're putting in our body. And we really want to start looking at natural products, what we're putting on our head, right? What we're putting on our hair. The skin is the largest eliminative organ. It's your third kidney. A lot of people out there nowadays have kidney weaknesses. And I'm going to do a separate video on kidneys because I'm just seeing that there is just so many young people nowadays that are coming in with weak adrenal glands and kidneys. And we want to make sure that we are strengthening these glands. The skin, we want to start opening too, because that's how we eliminate toxins. We want to look at our eliminative channels, opening, start cleansing out the bowels, start opening up our airways, getting in fresh oxygen, and really start strengthening our kidneys so that we can start eliminating mucus and toxins that are just stagnant in the body. So I don't feel that these cells are attacking you that come from outer space. It's even like a lot of these autoimmune diseases. It's really what we've been consuming. I find that a lot of the problems that we have are what we've been eating. And so I look at your diet and lifestyle, and I know a lot of us out there are on, do the same, and they're getting results because they're focusing on the cause, not just the effect or the symptoms. So I personally don't feel that these cells come from outer space and are just attacking you. And in my case, then where did they go? They were in my body. Where did they go? Well, I learned about detoxification. I learned about cleansing the body and cleansing the body with whole foods. Fresh fruits are going to be your most detoxifying, the most cleansing on the body, because they're hydrating, they're full of water content, and they have the chemistry in them to start moving out mucus, acids. A lot of these cysts are just, a lot of them are just mucus. And even, if we look in the upper body, people getting chest infections with the new vaping. I mean, we'll do a separate video on that, but mucus is always going to be present where there is infection. So we really want to look at cleansing this reproductive area, the ovaries, the uterus. This is where life begins. So we want to look at cleansing out these areas and really start strengthening our cells. When these cells start doing weird, start acting out of control and moving outside, it really means that the lymphatic system is backed up. And that's something the medical establishment also doesn't look at, is the lymphatic system. Why is it backing up? Well, here, you guys, we got a lot of rain. And the sewer systems are backing up. So they're backing up in a lot of people's houses. So it's the same thing with our physical bodies. Our sewer system is backing up into our house. So we need to start opening up our channels of elimination and start cleansing. Start letting out this waste. And when we do that, we can see our symptoms start to reduce. Inflammation goes down. We can start to, if we start opening up these channels of elimination with the chemistry we're consuming, we can start to see movement. And that is chemistry, right? We're always seeing movement of electrons. We want to see energy start, these lower level energies start moving out of the body. And so we want to start bringing in higher vibrational energy to do that. So that's going to be hit from the sun. Your dark grapes, super good at getting out mucus. Berries, leafy greens, melons, cantaloupe. I just got hooked up with a bunch of cantaloupe from my local farmer here, and I'm so excited because it's the best melons I've ever tasted. So we want to look at fresh, whole foods. I love to do a lot of juicing as well, getting a lot of juices in the body. Salads with maybe some hemp seeds, avocado, getting those healthy fats and those omegas as well. But we really want to look at cleansing out this reproductive area. And in my opinion, fresh fruits and vegetables and juices have been the best. And someone asked me here, can you eat meat? Well, I would say for this period of time, try to be plant-based, because meat is not the most cleansing. Even soy is not cleansing. Soy is not even, in. So I just soy with the phytoestrogens, and a lot of it is genetically modified. I don't even mess around with soy. So take soy out for sure. But for this period of time, I would say go plant-based. Whatever you guys want to do afterwards, that's up to you, right? I'm not here to, I'm here to tell you that this is what's worked for me. I'm not a medical doctor, nor do I want to be. So all of this is not medical advice, but just me sharing my own experience, what's helped me. And what's helped me is taking some time out to cleanse the body. What you want to do afterwards is up to you. But, when we look at meat, it's not cleansing. Soy isn't cleansing at all. Dairy is one of the worst worst product. I don't even want to call it a food, but it's one of the worst foods out there humans consume. Very mucus forming, full of so many hormones from the animal and also what they inject in the animals. So we don't want to mess around with dairy either. And there's certain ways that you can transition, because I know some people have a hard time getting off dairy, and cheese is can be quite addictive. So just take your time with this. Look into alternatives. Almond milk. There's coconut milk. I love coconut, especially making my own. You guys can check out my smoothie recipe about coconut meat. Super, super great if you want to get those healthy fats in for winter. And these foods that have been out there that people are saying are nutritious and healthy for you, I'd have to disagree. Dairy, not cleansing at all. In fact, it brings in so much mucus. For cold and flu seasons, if people have a cold and flu and you're drinking milk, that's just going to make it a whole lot worse. The dairy industry, though, won't be happy for me saying stuff like that. So we want to look at cleansing foods. So lemons, lemon water, lemon tea, lemon balm tea. Check out my video on that. We want to start looking at cleansing foods and start cleansing out this reproductive area and start making it strong again. Start making our cells strong. We got trillions of cells in our body. Think of you as a cell. That's the easiest way I can put it. You eat and you eliminate. And so do your cells. So do your trillions of cells. So we want to feed our cells healthy foods to make them strong. If we want to weaken the cells, then that's where we can eat these lower vibrational foods. The junk food, processed foods, foods cooked at high temperatures, the fast foods. A lot of it is just keeping people in a low vibrational state. They don't have, a lot of people out there just walking around, and it's like the zombie apocalypse. So many people are sick, unhealthy, and it's time we make a change for ourselves. And a lot of people, so many of us have, been kind of suppressed. And it's time that we get our power back and we start realizing that we have control here. And we have control of what we want to put in our bodies every day. We have control of what we want to put in our mind every day. And want to make sure that we are feeding ourselves positive energy, healthy foods, right? That's going to keep our awareness bumping, rising. That's what this channel is all about, be rising. So we want to just take some time out to cleanse the body, start healing the body. If you guys want more information, I wrote Healed Naturally book. It's 40% off. So I have a lot of great information, a lot of my own experiences in there. And I feel like it's just a good resource if you want that information of what I went through and what to possibly expect. So we really want to look at cleaning out this reproductive area, start cleansing the body, start giving our body whole foods from Mother Nature, and start bringing in some herbal teas as well. Burdock is super good. There's so many, chamomile, there's so many great herbs for women, dill, my lemon balm, with this pain and inflammation, we want to look at anti-inflammatory foods, alkaline foods, start alkalizing the body. So check out some of my videos. I want to come out with some meals for you guys too, and I'm working on a recipe book that is going to help you long term, because I realize that a lot of people are kind of struggling with making healthy meals. So that's what I'm working on for you guys. Stay tuned for that. And we'll end it here because we're already at 20 minutes. I could talk forever, you guys. So I want to really come out with a video on kidney disease, strengthening the kidneys and adrenal glands. And we're going to do that in the next video. So hope this video helps you out. Thank you guys for your questions. I hope this answers some of them. And we'll just keep talking about it. We'll just keep putting this out there, and you guys just keep strong and keep working on yourselves, physically, mentally, emotionally. And I think together we can change this planet around. Everyone can start getting healthier, start getting a lot stronger, and start rewinding some of these genetic weaknesses. So with that said, you guys, thank you, and we will catch you in the next video. As always, be your beautiful selves. Be getting in some nature today. Those squirrels are going crazy back there. And getting in some fruit today. When you do that, we will all be rising.